everyone, it's Lexi. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all the books that I plan on reading in the month of April. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe down below. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So without further ado, let's get started. This is a book that I'm already kind of reading this month. I'm about halfway through it right now, and it is Between Sisters by Kristin. I think this is either the 5th or 6th book that I've read by this author, and I've read Firefly Lane, if you're familiar with that, and she also wrote The Nightingale, which is pretty well-known book on BookTube. And so this one, it follows two sisters, like half-sisters I guess, so it's Megan and Claire, and they had a very rough upbringing with their mom. Her mom had many stepfathers growing up, and they kind of had this falling out when they were very young, and that kind of put a they're very estranged from each other, and they have a very tense relationship that's kind of built upon all these other emotional things that kind of resulted from their upbringing. So this kind of follows Megan. She is a very successful divorce attorney, and Claire, who kind of runs this little cottage area with her biological dad. And so Claire ends up getting engaged to this guy that she barely knows. It has a very similar plot. I'm reading kind of it now. It's she just met this guy and she's getting engaged, and she's gonna get married with, she barely knows him, and Megan's like, you can't marry a guy you just met. So it's very kind of similar to that, but Megan had this very incident at work that kind of made her really rethink her life. So she's gonna try to use this opportunity for her sister's kind of wedding to kind of re-stitch up their relationship. So I really like it so far. Kristin is a very good contemporary author. She does a really good job at kind of showing the ups and downs and different types of female friendships, and I really like this one. So yeah, I'm about halfway through it so far, and I really like it. So I hear sorry, the clock tower is going, but it says they finally reunite for more than 2 decades. And then it says, these two women who believe they have nothing in common will try to become what they never were, a family. So I'm really excited to kind of see how, where this story takes me. And I really like it so far, so that's exciting. So next, this is the Tales and Teacups Book Club pick of the month for the month of April. And it is Modern Girls by Jennifer S. Brown. And I'm really excited for this one. I think, so it follows, it's in 1935, and Dottie Krasinski is the epitome of a modern girl. A bookkeeper in Midtown Manhattan, Dottie steals kisses from her steady boyfriend, meets her girlfriends for drinks, and eyes the latest fashion. Yet, at heart, she is a dutiful daughter living with her Yiddish-speaking parents in the Lower East Side. So when a single careless night she finds herself in the family way by a charismatic but unsuitable man, she is desperate, unwed, unsure, and running out of options. So after the birth of 5 children and 20 years as a housewife, Dottie's immigrant mother Rose is itching to return to the social activism she embraced as a young woman. With strikes and breadliness at home and National Socialism rising in Europe, there is much more important work to do than cooking and cleaning. So when she realized that she too is pregnant, she struggles to reconcile her longing with her faith. So it says, as mother and daughter wrestle the unthinkable choices, they are forced to confront their beliefs, the changing world, and the fact that their lives will never again be the same. So I think this one will be interesting. I feel like it will have a good little feminist twist into it as well, and I like how it kind of takes place during during that time period with where it's women's roles, especially during World War II, were kind of, instead of being you have to be this housewife, they were encouraged to go out into the field and all this stuff and actually work. So I think this one will be very interesting. I like how it kind of weaves in the mother and daughter stories and how they have very different paths that kind of intertwine. So this is what it says at the top. How was it that out of all the girls in the office, I was the one to find myself in this situation? This doesn't happen to nice Jewish girls. So yeah, I think this will be a very good mother-daughter story, and I'm really excited to pick this one up. So if you're interested in joining my book club, everything is down below for the Goodreads and all that. So yeah. So these next 3 books are ones that are kind of up in the air right now. It'll just be depending on how I'm feeling for this month. This one was on my TBR for March that I didn't end up getting to, and it was Still Life by Louise, and it follows a detective or sorry, a chief inspector in Montreal who kind of is investigating this suspicious death in this rural village, and about this woman who was a local fixture in this tiny town, and she's been found dead in the woods on Thanksgiving, and then many of the locals think it is like some sort of tragic hunting accident, but the detective thinks something is up. So I'm really I'm really excited to pick this one up. I've heard it has really good reviews, and I feel like it's won an award. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I'm really excited to pick this one up, and also it kind of has that Canadian aspect, so I get that in there as well. And I think this author is, yeah, she lives in Montreal too, so always good to support a fellow Canadian author. Next, this is a book that I've had on my TBR for a while, and I kind of just want to like read it. It's like 210 pages, so it's not too big, but it is The Opposite of Loneliness, Essays and Stories by Marina Keegan. I'm sure many of you have heard about this book, but it's a collection of short stories that Marina wrote, and she was tragically killed in a kind of car accident after her graduation, I think it was from Yale. Yeah, the Yale Daily News, so like Rory. But she kind of like passed away very suddenly and tragically, so this is just kind of a collection of her stories. And she, up until her death, she was a very award-winning author and journalist and like all these things. So I think these will be good. I've heard pretty great things about this. I know my cousin and my sister have read this, so yeah, I think this will be good, and I've had this on my TBR for a while. I kind of just want to get it done, and it's very short, so hopefully I'll be able to kind of fit this in this month, so yeah. And lastly, this book is the one that I purchased last month in March, and it is Lost in a Book, an enchanting original story from the Beauty and the Beast. This was definitely a cover buy, but it's at like a really kind of middle grade. You can see there, like that chapter is like technically not even a full page if you take out the spacing in it. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's basically about like, it's like a kind of like a little spin-off story from Beauty and the Beast, and Belle just kind of uncovers, she's kind of looking in Beast's library, and she kind of stumbles upon a enchanted book called Nevermore, and it just kind of takes off from there. So I've actually heard great things about this book on Goodreads and Amazon, so yeah, I think this will be just like a little fun read to read, yeah. So I think I'll probably get to it this month, we'll see. But yeah, so that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments below what you think about some of these books, and if you're interested in joining my Goodreads club, book club, please let me know. I always enjoy kind of talking about these books, and I always try to find something neat to add to like the mix. So yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!